So the first problem is ratio of a circle 1. Remember, we all have the same problem, so please don't get this wrong. We're going to calculate the ratio of the length of each arc to the circumference of the circle. So I'm going to annotate on here. Okay, so we're wanting the ratio of the length of an arc. If you guys don't know what an arc is, let me draw you a circle. Here is a circle. Well, let me draw the center of the circle. This is the center of the circle. All right, an arc of a circle is literally like one piece of the outside. So for example, I could take this piece of the outside, so I don't go all the way. Let me just draw some dotted lines towards the center. It's kind of like the crust of the pizza slice. So that's the arc. Okay, so this is the arc. It's like the crust of the pizza slice. And then if we're calculating the ratio of the length of each arc to the circumference of the circle, let me remind you what the circumference of the circle is. So the circumference is the entire outside, so all of the crust of the pizza. If you think of the circle as a pizza, the circumference will be the entire crust part. So all of the outside, this is the circumference. I don't want to write the whole word, so I'm just going to underline it. So if you want the ratio of it, that means you want the arc piece. So this one's 60 degrees. They told us the measure of the arc is 60 degrees, and they want to know what fraction it is to the entire circle. So really the key to this problem is remembering how many degrees there are in an entire circle. And so I'll remind you right now, there are 360 degrees in an entire circle. So if you go all the way around an entire circle, 360 degrees. So quite simply, when you calculate the ratio of the length of each arc to the circumference, they give you 60, you divide it by 360 because 360 is the total. So what they give you divided by 360, that is going to be your answer. However, we just need to simplify it. So 60 over 360, when we're simplifying this fraction, we see what the top and bottom are both divisible by. So like, let's say I don't immediately know the biggest number I can divide it by, that's totally fine. We can start off by dividing top and bottom by, let's say 10. So I know that the top's divisible by 10, and I know the bottom is divisible by 10. That will give us 60 divided by 10 on top is 6. 36 divided by 10 on the bottom is 60. So 6 over 60 is a little bit more simplified. However, we can still simplify this further. So both the top and the bottom are divisible by 6. So I'm going to divide top and bottom by 6. And 6 divided by 6 gives us 1. 60 divided by 6 gives us 10. Wait, sorry. I like completely missed the number here. This is 360 divided by 10. That should be not 60. How did I write that? Bad. 360 divided by 10 is 36. I don't know how I don't know. Okay. Sorry, since I made a mistake, are there any questions? I don't know how I just did 360 divided by 10 and I wrote like something totally not what it was. But 360 divided by 10 is 36. I wrote something else earlier. That was a mistake. But then 6 over 36, we're going to simplify it further by dividing the top and bottom by 6. That gives you 1/6. So this is your final answer. My bad for making a mistake earlier. But this is what you should submit into your answer box over there. So let's all type 1/6 because we all have the same question. So there's no reason for any of us to get this wrong. Please type 1/6 and submit this answer. Also, are there any questions? And let's submit this. And then let's go to the next one. Let me clear my screen because that's really messy. Okay, so it's literally the same process. We have 135 degrees as the measure of the arc. We're going to divide it by the total amount of degrees in an entire circle, which is 360. Okay, and then we just need to simplify this. So I can see that both the top and bottom are divisible by 5. So I'm going to try dividing by 5 first. And then 135 divided by 5. That gives me 27. 360 divided by 5 gives me 72. Okay, I'm just going to rewrite that number over here. So I want to simplify this further. I think both the top and bottom are divisible by 9. So I'm going to divide by 9. So 27 divided by 9 gives me 3. And 72 divided by 9 gives me 8. So then my final answer is 3/8. And then let's see, are there any questions on this one? So everybody submit 3/8. You should all get this correct. And let's do another example. But hopefully you're getting the hang of it. Okay, so anybody here have an idea? Any of you guys or on the Zoom, any of you have an idea of what fraction I should write over here? Yes, so we got an answer. It was 210 over 360. This is the correct ratio to start off with, and then we just need to simplify it. So I'm going to pause recording. So we said divide by 10, and somebody also typed divide by 10, which is great. So then that would be 21 over 36. Let me just rewrite that so I have space. We can simplify this further. What else can we divide this by? Let's divide it by 3. And then 21 divided by 3 will give you 7. And 36 divided by 3 will give you 12. So your final answer is 7 over 12. This cannot be simplified further. So yeah, 7 over 12. This is your simplified fraction. This is the answer for a ratio of a circle 3. Okay. Oh, I love it when this happens, when it lags. Okay, but as you can see, we got it right. Even though it didn't give me the green check mark earlier, you can see that it is giving me the green check mark now for the answer of 7/12. So we just did 3 examples for ratio of a circle. Your task is to do 4, 5, 6, 7 on your own. I know we have the same problems. You guys can work together when you're in your breakout rooms, but for now, these are all the examples I want to give you because I want you to try it out on your own for those.